question for you, babe. If it ain't love, why does it feel so good? Why does it feel so good?
Hello once again, audience. Thanks for stopping by today, guys. So today we're gonna be doing the Musketeer challenge. Now, I was not expecting this challenge to just crop up like it did, and I just did my best to complete it as quick as I can so I could bring some good gameplay to you all today. So the Royal Giant or the Giant, will take the Royal Giant even though it got its nerf, and Ice Wizard or Dart Goblin. I already have the Princess. It's a kinda iffy choice, so I take the Ice Wizard. Now guys, I need you all to understand something. I really appreciated all your support in these last few videos I made. I know you guys enjoyed it, and I'm really glad that you did. And I just like you all to know something here up front. I'm gonna be cutting down on my activity for my channel a bit. It's because, well, I got exams coming up as I mentioned last time, and I really need to focus on the exams, so I won't be able to make as much videos as possible. I mean, I'm on vacation right now, but I really gotta study, guys. I hope you all can understand that. But don't worry guys, I'll still try my best to make a video every now and then, preferably on weekends like I usually do. But again, the exams, they'll have me really busy, and I really hope you guys can forgive me if I don't make any videos really often anymore. I'll try my best to make them as soon as I can, like right after my exams are done. Oh yeah, look at this guys, look at this. I just lightning down that wizard and he must be like, shit man, what the hell do I do? I was actually worried when I dropped that skeleton army about him zapping it, but it was draft, so chances are he didn't even have a zap to begin with. Now, I know some of you missed the chance to ask me your questions for the Q&A that I did last, but don't worry. At around 300 subscribers, I will do another one, and so on. I'll keep doing it like every 100 subscribers, so at 300, then at 400, and at 500. Depending on how it goes, I'll keep doing them just for you guys. I'm really enjoying doing these Q&As actually. Well, Q&A, but you know what I mean. I really enjoyed doing it, and I think if you all enjoyed that last one, I'm willing to do more if you all want me to. And as we carry on with this match here guys, Lorenzo is just gonna get so much fireball value here. He clips the princess and the executioner. That was well played by him. Honestly, I didn't think it through when I was just dropping my executioner there. I was honestly panicking a bit, but the skeleton army is a great card. I don't respect skeleton army much, but I know it has its uses. Now the reason why I said I don't respect skeleton army so much, it's because I always fear for my opponent having a zap, but I know it's a good card guys, don't get me wrong, it has its uses, and a lot of you out there might actually be bait deck users or just skeleton army fans on the whole, so I know you all love using it, and I think it's a good card, so I just don't prefer to use it as my best choice of defense because of how prone it is to zap. I'd prefer like a goblin gang or something maybe. So Lorenzo here, he's trying to push and put some pressure on the other lane. I dropped my Ice Wizard alone on defense, and that skeleton army and the Royal Giant plus the princesses, sorry, they're just doing work on that king tower there, and that's just gonna be a good game. Also guys, if you have any artwork like my friend Aurora did the last video I did, well, just feel free to send them to me. I'll try to put them up at the end of a video or something, but it'll most likely be sideways like you saw it before because it's kinda hard to fit the image vertically and get it to fit across the entire screen without causing it to bug up or anything. So in this match here, I was really confused, but I was like, you know what, YOLO, let's take the 4 musketeers, right? We have 1 musketeer and 3 musketeers, we have 4 musketeers. My god, this was just, I was mind blown really. Well, why am I saying I'm mind blown? I wasn't mind blown. No, I was just feeling really dirty and I just wanted to try to be a troll. So even if he had a fireball or something in his deck, he wouldn't be able to use it, and he gave me the rocket. So without the rocket there, he's gonna have a bit of a hard time dealing with these 3 musketeers, but unfortunately I gave him the skeleton army as you saw before, so he has a pretty good counter to it, and a pretty cheap one at that too, so he can make some good trades off of it. But I don't mind. I think skeleton army is really easy to deal with most of the time. I know it can be tricky. Like, I had to use the battle ram on defense here, and because of those skeletons I couldn't get the battle ram to connect. So that's just gonna be a good trade for him. Honestly, I should have thought that through. if I had just taken the skeleton army, I know, guys, I don't use skeleton army much. I know how to use it though, but I just really, I'm not a big fan of using it. If I see a positive trade I can make from it, even though I took the Musketeer in this match, usually I'd take it still, but I don't know, since it's the Musketeer challenge, I just wanted as much Musketeers as possible, and would you believe it? Just like in the Valkyrie challenge, I actually got to choose between 2 Musketeers. Like, they gave me the choice between Musketeer and one thing first, and then Musketeer and another thing again. I was like, wait, what the hell is going on here? And to put the cherry on top for all of that, you know what they did? They gave me the choice to take 3 Musketeers and something else. So that was 5 Musketeers on my table. And I'm really not sure how I should have reacted to it, but I guess having so many Musketeers for the Musketeer challenge wasn't actually a great thing, because I know for sure I lost in one of the matches and it didn't really work out that great for me. But it was just funny to see 5 Musketeers in one deck. That was really amazing. Now my Musketeer placement here wasn't that great and my opponent freezes, but the way he had to angle the freeze, he was trying to freeze as much things as possible. So if you know where your opponent is going to drop that freeze, spread out your troops, and more than likely they won't be able to freeze everything and they'll just make bad trades, honestly. So as he tries to defend us here, the baby dragon is just going to go down, and what are we going to do? The most dick move in the game. 3 Musketeers right in the middle of his side, and they're just going to take down that tower pretty fast. 3 Musketeers are machine guns. They even take down their own friend down there, and yeah, there's not much my opponent here can do. 2016 something, I'm not sure. 2016 is over, guys. 2016 is long gone, so there's no way he can come back, right? We're in 2017 now, folks, so that's just gonna be a good game, and I hope you all enjoyed the fight. We got like 2 more fights to do today, and if I can find the time tomorrow, I'll try to do a part 2 for this challenge, because I had some really fun fights, guys. I had some really fun fights, and they were just really epic to do. Okay guys, we're on to this 3rd fight here, and we're fighting Murat from Night Wish. Yeah, I guess they tried to make a clan after the Night Witch, but they didn't. At least they didn't do it properly. But I gave him the Witch instead, so I think he'll be satisfied with that. Now I take Expo, and I also have the Inferno Tower, so I got a few defenses for that Hall Rider. I know I could have taken the cannon and it'll just have been much cheaper to use and better overall, but I decided to take the Inferno Tower just to be sure, because even though he'll be making positive trades by bringing out the Inferno Tower, he's not going to be able to take it down properly, and he wastes that poison. Honestly, I placed the Inferno just right so that it sits outside of the poison, and he also drops archers at the bridge for some reason. I'm not sure why, but look at this, guys. I dropped 1 Musketeer and I'm already back to a Musketeer. What in the world is going on, guys? What in the world? So I'll save this little surprise for him in a bit, but I'm just gonna lightning down that witch there, and the best choice of action for him was to drop that tombstone. I can't blame him for doing it, and look at this, guys. If you think about it, he has 3 defensive buildings. He has the bomb tower, he has the cannon, and he has the tombstone. So if I had picked the hog, well, if I had the choice to pick the hog, I wouldn't have made it to his side, honestly, or at least it would have been pretty difficult to do so. Now I dropped the Expo on defense here instead of at the bridge because of one main reason. He has the bomb tower. I know I had arrows for his horde, but if I just placed it at the bridge, it would have just gone to waste, and he could just shove a bomb tower and it'll defend constantly at the bridge, which would have been annoying. So I send this goblin barrel there right on top of, and because of that, folks, I'm able to take out one of his archers there with the Musketeer and still get some chip damage. Now I'm back up to another Musketeer, so we're ready to go with that. I don't want any chip damage done on my tower, and he has to react to this Musketeer. I would have went with cannon, honestly, but he chose to send the witch. He should have known that I would have just done that same thing again and lightning it down. Now he panics and drops his forward. He forgets that he gave me arrows. Honestly, that was a poor choice. Don't do that, guys. If you know your opponent has arrows, either bait them out with something else or just wait for them to waste it on a prediction. So I'm ready with this Inferno again. For the 2nd time of the match, he's wasting that poison. It's not even touching the Inferno Tower, so I'm able to just send that Goblin Barrel immediately to punish him. And look at this, guys. He just used his poison, so we have 1 Musketeer down. Then we got 2 Musketeers down, So what is happening here, guys? What is happening? I dropped the Executioner just to tank, and I kind of failed the placement honestly, but the main thing is he's in front, that's what matters. So he has to drop his bomb tower now. I would have lightning it down, but I was like, hey, now might be a good time to use the Expo since it's out already. So the Expo there is just gonna lock onto his archers, kill them first, the bomb tower out of range, and I got the Goblin Barrel and the Expo on the tower, so there's nothing he can do really. He knows I have lightning and he has that tombstone in the back, so look at this, guys. The tower's on 4 HP, it doesn't make sense using lightning. I was just waiting to defend. He's dropping lightning rods, because anything will just draw that lightning out, and I'm smarter than that, guys. Without hesitation, I'm just gonna arrow that down, and that is just gonna be good game. So, well played by our friend here, but he could have done a bit better. But I guess given my choices in cards and the fact that I had 2 Musketeers, I was able to do much better. And now here comes match number 4. We're fighting against Dodo 35, Poison or Fireball. I think I'll take that Poison there, and Goblin Gang or the Princess. This was a tough one, but I chose Princess just because she can be really annoying, even though the Gang is a better counter to her. Baby Dragon or Wizard. I take the Baby Dragon just because it's a tank, but honestly, since I saw this choice here after, I would have preferred to take the Wizard and just given him the Baby Dragon. And now pretty much everything is gonna die at the bridge because of the Baby Dragon, so we're pretty okay here, guys. And that one Barbarian spawn, yeah, even if it's my opponent's one or even my own, one Barbarian spawning from a Barbarian hut kinda annoys me. I'm not sure why, it just does. It's just like, you know there's supposed to be 2 of them. It's like when a furnace spawns 1 Fire Spirit only on its dying breath. So my opponent here, Dodo, he makes a smart move and places the Valkyrie in front so that I have to address the Wizard, but I outplay him there. I dropped the Lumberjack for the Wizard there, even though the Valkyrie was able to splash the Lumberjack. It was the best choice of action because I would have not liked that Wizard to have locked onto my tower, and it was just been really annoying, so that was the best way to deal with that there. So he has elite barbs, guys. I have the Barbarian hut. The elite barbs will obviously tear through the Barbarians that spawn on the first wave, and look at this. He gets greedy with his arrows here, and that Princess, she's like, nuh-uh, gotta get out of here. So I hope you all would have noticed that I placed the Princess off to the right there. It's just so that he couldn't get everything with 1 arrow, and the Princess would just move on to pressure the other lane. So that's why he dropped the Goblin Gang on the right there. So I'm ready again with my Witch and my Barbarian hut. So I set up with the Barbarian hut first, and he's ready with his elite. I'm totally fine with that Fireball. It just gives me free range to use my Princess there. He's gonna arrow it down obviously, but I don't care. He's not getting any damage on the left tower. That's what matters, guys. When you know your opponent is about to use a spell on some cards that are ranged, try to place them on the opposite lane. I can't stress that enough. A Musketeer fails to really survive, but the Baby Dragon is doing work. He's really helping me out here, guys. So I know I say certain words a lot in these videos, and if any particular word bothers you that I say a lot, just let me know. So here it's going to be a race of who can chip down the enemy's towers the most with spell damage, and honestly he can win this, but I have poison, which is pretty decent because it remains on his side of the field pretty long. And the Musketeer, again, the Musketeer is great. She has that great range, she can defend both lanes. You might have heard me talk about the Musketeer before. The reason why I like her, honestly, is not just because of her range. It's because she uses a freaking shotgun, guys. You might not have realized, but a boomstick is a shotgun. And shotguns are like my favorite type of guns in FPS games. Don't ask me why, I just like how heavy damage they put out, and they're just tricky to deal with at times. So our opponent here, he's defending pretty well, and it's gonna be really close, and I couldn't defend that Goblin Gang there properly. I decided to use the Barbarian hut instead on defense. Now in this match I also lagged at one point when I was dropping the Barbarian hut or something, so I'm just gonna poison him out. I'm just gonna defend and poison his tail out. I can't really do much else, because if I was to just drop princesses right at the bridge, again he missed his arrows here. I guess he is just chipping away with the arrows, and look at this, he also misses that fireball there, only hitting the Musketeer. But yeah, I took the witch anyways because she'll be good on defense, I guess. And my opponent here, he gave me the Barbarian hut, which is actually one of the most underused cards in the game, but honestly if I get Barbarian Hut in a challenge, I'm gonna make good use of it, guys. And a little word of advice here: don't place the Barbarian Hut up front where the opponent can just snipe it away with a Royal Giant if you know they have one, and place it back a little bit because sometimes an X-bow or mortar can lock onto it. And now I'm just gonna counter that wizard there with my giant, and I'll just have constant waves of these barbarians coming out, even though he has the arrows ready for my princess and he already fireballed it, but it doesn't really matter too much. I'm just gonna get some damage done onto his tower. Right now, guys, we're just about 1 poison away from victory here. I'm doing my best just to try to keep him occupied on defense, and that's just gonna be a good game. So I hope you all enjoyed the fight today. Thanks for stopping by again, everyone, and I'll try to make another episode tomorrow if I can. But look at this, guys, look at this. The princess, she's just gonna be avoiding these arrows. I don't know how. She's just like,
fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me, I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me please, fuck this shit, I'm out.
okay guys, I really hope you all enjoyed today's gameplay, and thanks for stopping by. So if you see my activity just dropping a bit steadily over the next few weeks, it's because of my exams, folks. I really want you all to understand I need to prioritize these exams, so please forgive me if you don't see me uploading much, and I really hope you all are enjoying these videos still. I'll try my best to post when I can, and if you all have time, why not check out some of my other friends' channels. I'll leave 2 of them down in the description below. So thanks again everyone, it means a lot that you all still care, and I'll hope to see you all in the next episode. Peace out, guys.